Hi guys, I wanted to come on to talk about when your painting is stuck, which is kind of where I'm at with a couple of my paintings, and how that, well, as always, I hope my art serves as a mirror for you and your life and in your creative work. Before I get all started, if you don't know me, I am Brenda. I'm an artist. I paint, and I believe that art can serve as an anchor for your self-expression in your life and in your homes. And whether it is my paintings or my digital workshops or my one-on-one consulting or commissions, I always hope that my work serves as that mirror, like I said, to reflect your heart and your desires and your big dreams and what it is that you hope to bring into the world, but also as resources for you to reconnect back to your creativity, because you've always had it. Because I always say creativity is a habit, not a skill. It is something that you just got to exercise more and more. And so I like to just come on quickly to talk about, I just like to chat with you, my little Facebook family, about creativity and what's happening in my studio. And right now I'm just feeling really stuck in my paintings. If you can actually see there, that's actually a commission, so don't look at that. There's that one, which I've just whacked onto a table to look at upside down, because I find that when you're stuck, it's say hi if you're on. As I always say when I'm with my lives, if you're on and you're watching, definitely comment #yay live or #yay replay if you're watching a replay. If you have any questions, definitely just ask me. So when you're feeling stuck in your artwork, what am I doing now? I am gonna try and share this video, and because it's better, Facebook likes it better when you share it while you're live, and it's only just me here. So when you're feeling stuck in your paintings, in your artwork, in any of your creative work at all, the instinct is to kind of stop straight away and like burn the whole thing. And if you're like me, to automatically feel like you suck, you have lost all creativity, you are not good enough, you've maybe used up all your creativity already in the previous painting that was amazing. Who are you to try and think that you're capable of doing any of these things? I don't know, feel like you want to just burn the whole thing down, start again, do something else, walk away, all those things. So what I call this moment, anytime you start any creative project, any creative work, anytime you level up in your life, whether it's making a painting, starting a business, or starting a new diet or something, if people still do diets and things, you hit this, like you start off really, really great. And for me, with my paintings, as you can see there, that I throw all this paint on and it's just really playful and it's amazing. It feels fun and you get into flow and it's amazing. And that flow feeling where time stops and you have all this energy and all this creativity, and it almost feels tangible that you're in this space of creating. And then it's almost like that's spent, and then you hit this wall and then you get stuck because you don't know what to do next. And it's not the same as that hurdle of starting. You've actually crossed that hurdle, so you're a little high from actually doing that work, and you're also high from being in flow and from actually being in that purpose and being connected to creativity, and you feel so juiced up. And then so when you feel stuck, it can feel like a hangover, because you've lost all that feeling, and then you make that mistake that you made previously when you were in flow, that you were going to be in that space forever. And then now that you're in this stuck place, you think you're going to be in this stuck place forever. But what I do, and this is why I came on in the first place, let me share this video before I forget. When you get stuck, that's what I called it, didn't I? Say hi. So comment below, hashtag creativity chats if you're really, if you kind of resonate with this place, if you're the kind of person who's doing the work and you get stuck very often and you don't know what to do next, and then you end up with a whole studio full of, I don't know, half-finished paintings or something. So I said originally, the intuitive thing to do is to just walk away. You want to burn it, all that kind of stuff. So first, don't. Take it if you can. Well, actually, this is the trick. I take it as a sign that you're on the right path, that you're actually part of the process. You're still on it feels like you might have like missed a stop somewhere, and then like you went down the wrong, and you're on the wrong detour, and you're on the wrong spot, and you're completely lost. And you can't see, there's no map, and you don't know where you're going. There's no light in this tunnel that you're in. But I've learnt, from my experience, especially with my paintings, with all my artwork, I go through it every single time I create something, whether it is this new membership that I'm going to be talking about after this called MINDFUL, or whether it is a new booklet I'm writing, or a painting that I'm making, or even commissions that I'm doing for clients. Every single time I know I'm going to get this flow, and even though I know it, and I've gone through it so many times now, I still feel like, oh, maybe I'm going to be in this space forever. Maybe this is the time that I'm going to be in this place. But I inevitably hit that point where it's like, oh my God, it looks shit. What the fuck have I done? I shouldn't do this. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I should just give up now before I completely embarrass myself. And everyone laughs at me, and I end up homeless and alone and broke and in the gutter somewhere. I don't know why, like it's always like it kind of deteriorates into somehow being homeless and alone and with no money. I don't know why, even though that in reality probably would never happen. But still, like just that attack and that ego feeling of embarrassment, and who are you to do these things? And so then I feel stuck and I walk away. And the temptation is always to either start again, to scrap the whole thing, to never pick it up again. And like I said before at the very beginning of this video, that creativity is a habit. And like any habit, if you drop that ball for too long, if you walk away for too long, I'm not saying just keep pushing through, especially when that flow feeling is spent. I treat that energy like an energy thing, where after a while you do need to rest. For all our spiritualness, as spiritual beings, we are still in this body, and we still are in this kind of dimension of limitation of time and space and in our bodies, even though I guess some people can argue that we are limitless and we can, all those things. I think we are both. And so that means that over the passage of time, the flow state can leave and you are spent, and that time is stuck, but you're actually still part of that process. And so this stuck feeling, if you don't take it as, oh, it's a sign that you are on the wrong path, but actually a sign that you are on the right path, you just got to work through this stuckness in order to go to the other side. Then the trick is for you to work out how you can gain what lessons you need to gain from this stuckness and push through, either break down those walls, flip the artwork upside down like I do, or to work on something else so that you kind of start with beginner's mind again and allow space in your creativity muscles, in your mind, to allow the answer to come through for the next step. And the other thing that I also like to do, especially like this one, I know what I'm going to do next. So I'm still feeling that stuckness, and I'm not be able to break through. I couldn't draw out the compositions that I normally do. If you don't know my work, check it out on my Facebook page after this video. I normally start with a lot of paint and marks and colors onto the canvas, because it's creating that mess and that chaos idea. Because all of my art and all of my work that I do, I'm always exploring these ideas of chaos and life being full and intense and all the things, and then that rich tapestry of life, that you find anchors to hold on to, which then helps you navigate that chaos, and that's how you then intentionally design a beautiful life. And so what I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to throw more mess on. Even though I'm still feeling stuck, the other way you could be doing it is to add more mess on, which I know sounds crazy, but just bear with me here. Especially if it's in creative work, maybe you don't have the answers yet and you're waiting for that perfect answer to come, and so you're holding back. And when you're holding back, you're actually holding back the answer for the next step to unveil itself to you. And so like the jigsaw puzzle, imagine like a jigsaw puzzle, and you're stuck and you don't know, you can't find the right piece to go to the next piece that, you know, can help you build that bigger picture. To limit yourself by saying, I'm not going to hold on to this one piece and I'm going to work out where this one piece is going to go. What if you actually add to that mess and actually pour out all the other pieces and lay it all out onto wherever the table is with the half-formed picture that you have, and you have no idea what to do next, but at least all the pieces are there and you can like play around with it, which then gives you more opportunities, more information, more pieces for you to then work out what the answer is for the next bit. And so how that's going to apply for your creative project, I don't know, but if you're on here and you're watching it, I believe that there is some way that you can then pick this idea of add more to the mess to find the answer, the pieces, or to be able to connect the dots in a different way that you wouldn't have. Because you're not going to just throw a mess just because Brenda just said throw some mess, but you actually do it intentionally because you know that even though you don't know what the next step is and you're still stuck, you're throwing it on because you're going to be open to finding the answer for the next step. Not the big picture. You might not even know what's going to look like at the end. I still don't know what the bigger picture is going to look like for this painting, but I know that once I add more paint onto it, even though it just feels scary, and more of that marks and everything on it, it will then kind of almost restart the engine of the car, if you want to imagine it that way, and get flow going again. So yes, so when you're stuck in resistance, or you're just feeling blocked in your projects and you're halfway, resist the temptation to scrap the whole thing. Creativity, I mean, I wish I could just be like, this is the next step for you. But with creativity, it's not linear. It's not a linear process. It's a holistic look of everything. It could be a whole bunch of stuff. It could be your actual physical health. It could be you're dealing with some personal stuff and your brain doesn't have the ability to connect with your creativity right now because it's trying to problem solve for something else. It could be because you have left it for way too long and maybe you do need to start again. But usually, if you just working on a project and you've just hit the stuckness and you don't know what to do next and you don't want to lose the magic of the original intention of what you wanted to create in the first place, try first of all, embrace the idea that the resistance is actually part of the process, that you're actually on the right track. Don't dismiss yourself. Don't deny yourself the credit that you've come so far, and give yourself that little pat on the back and trust that you're going to be able to get back into that flow again. And then maybe you could try whatever way it is to add more paint, add more marks to the painting, even though in my mind I feel like it's time to start finding those anchors, but actually maybe not. Maybe I still got to add more mess to it, get more information on so that you got more pieces to play with. Then you might be able to find the dots that you need to connect, and that will be your aha moment to move on to the next step, and then the next one and the next one. Before you know it, you'll get back in flow again. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that was valuable. And if you want to continue these kind of conversations about creativity, and especially because creativity is a holistic thing and as a habit, my Muse Mama membership is what I was mentioning before at the beginning of this call, is a space for creative, ambitious, spiritual mamas, whether you are birthing babies or artwork, who want to do more and be more and have more, and have these kind of a space to have these conversations about connecting with your creativity beyond just babies, and to really talk about and bringing out and connecting with your creativity and the projects that you're working on that is just for you, because you know that when you fulfill your calling, you become the woman that you're meant to be, and you really bring your best selves back to the world, back to your family, back to your babies. And so I created that space because I'm craving that connection with amazing, inspiring women who I would love to inspire in return with my artwork and with these conversations. But I wanted to create a space where we could come together as a creative collective to have these conversations about creativity. How can we maintain that habit of connection, of fulfilling our calling, of doing the work that we need to do, a space where you can come and then remember and be reminded and be inspired that, hey, actually, no, embrace that resistance, the answer is coming soon. And also then to look at creativity from a holistic point of view, to work out, are you stuck because it's a health thing? Are you stuck because you're dealing with something in your mind? Are you stuck because you're actually not connecting to your calling? Or is it something about your health physically? I think I already said that. So all these things, that's where Muse Mama is. We're going to hang out at. I'm just launching it. We'll be doing the Foundations mini masterclass on June 5th. So if you're watching it now, if you're watching it after this in the replay, you can still join. There might be a few spaces left. I know there's a few spaces left for the founding members where you can start with a $1 trial. And it's going to be really the lowest cost investment, and founding members will get the lowest investment for the life of their membership. And you know, even if you just want access to studio pricing, to my actual artwork, if you're more just my fans of my paintings and my creative resources, you'll have access to them there. But at the same time, you'll be connected to other amazing women who are in there right now, who are doing a whole bunch of different creative things. You don't have to be traditionally creative like me and a painter. You could be a course maker, a teacher, a marketing person, or just someone who wants to inject more creativity into your life while you're at home with your kids. There's nothing wrong with that. I just wanted that space to gather all of us together because we're women who can inspire the world. And so the link, I think, should be with this post. I will just add it on now before I forget. Then I can pin it, because apparently you can't pin it when the video is no longer live. I hope that was really valuable in terms of how it would help you with when you're stuck in your creative work. If you have any questions or any comments, insights, ahas, or just to share your story of where you're stuck with your creative work, I would love to be able to connect with you in that way in the comments below. And so yes, I hope you have the best day ever. There you go, that should be it. I'll pin that. Yep, and the link is in the comment below if you wanted to join Muse Mama membership. It will be so amazing. I know that it's going to be the foundation from where I'm going to be creating a lot of stuff. The members going to be getting a lot of awesome exclusive, not just these kind of conversations, but like workshops and masterclasses, and really learning from me and my experience working as a professional artist, and how to really weave creativity, art with business and babies as well. Because if you don't know, I have a 4-year-old and a baby at home, and I'm at home with them full time, and so I know the struggle with weaving all of that stuff and still producing the work that is really calling you from your heart. So yes, join us in Muse Mama, and I look forward to seeing you in there. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.